Hello, and welcome to this roundup of my 5 favorite romance novels that I read this month. I'm Olivia, your favorite resource for book recommendations you can easily screenshot, and you're watching Random Olive Reads. First up is The Duchess in His Bed by Lorraine Heath. This is a historical romance and book 4 of the Sins for All Seasons series. Widowed Duchess Selena is at the ladies' club on the prowl for Aidan Truelove, the owner and bastard son of some unnamed lord. We get to see their flirty and seductive first meeting before finding out Selena's real reason for being there. She needs to get pregnant and quick so she can pass the baby off as her late husband's so that she can keep her position and fortune. It's dramatic and angsty, and we get to catch up with the whole boisterous Trula family. There's so much steam and longing within these impossible circumstances, and it was so much fun to read. It pulls at all the heartstrings just right. I loved this book. A Forgery of Fate by Elizabeth Lim is a young adult fantasy romance. This book was such a fun adventure. True is the oldest sister of 3 girls stuck taking care of her family after her father disappears. She is an art forger in a little bit of a pickle with her mother's gambling debts being called in. Somehow she's entangled in Elang's bargain, the half dragon and half human prince who was banished by his Dragon King grandfather. They enter into a marriage of convenience so that True can assist Elang with a special painting to overthrow his grandfather. We get a full story of wonderful world building and lots of secrets to uncover. All's Fair in Love and Pickleball by Kate Spencer is a standalone contemporary romance. This book had so much good banter and flirting, and it was such fun to read. Bex is the owner of a financially struggling racquetball club, and one of her favorite clients has fallen and broken her wrist on the courts. Of course, that old lady's nephew is some hotshot tennis star who is grumpy about his injured aunt and having to struggle to make a tennis comeback. Nico and Bex are delightful to read together, and the angry flirting is top notch. And then somehow they become pickleball partners, fake dating partners, and so much more. The community of all of Bex's retiree friends in this sleepy little Southern California town is so much fun to read. I pretty much could not put this book down. It was a great time. Eliza and the Duke by Harper St. George is a historical romance in book 2 of the Doves of New York series. Eliza is searching for one last bit of adventure before she marries a viscount to gain her inheritance, and she just so happens to run into an injured Simon at a club where she isn't supposed to be. Turns out Simon is secretly an underground prize fighter, plus has some other dealings with a crime boss in Whitechapel. He and Eliza cross paths again when he's on security detail for her family, and she does her very best to convince him to take her on a night of adventure. I loved seeing these two get closer together and the yearning that they have for each other in spite of the impossible circumstances. Super flirty and steamy with loads of caretaking involved here. I love this book. Never Been Shipped by Alicia Thompson is a standalone contemporary romance, but it is related to Thompson's previous work, With Love from Cold World. A defunct punk rock band is asked to join a teen drama revival cruise to perform their one hit wonder that was played on the TV show's Big Prom episode. And Micah is having all sorts of feelings about it because she's the one who broke up the band all those years ago. Meanwhile, her childhood best friend and ex bandmate John is also feeling apprehensive about the trip because it's super obvious to all of us that he was in love with her all this time, but stayed firmly in the friendship territory. This book had so much emotional angst and longing, and watching the band reunite was so much fun because they all had to catch up with each other on their time apart. The romance between Micah and John was both sweet and super steamy, and of course, the cruise ship comedy was really entertaining. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you found a book or 5 to add to your TBR. Links to all of these books are in the description box. Like and subscribe to get updates, and you can follow me on Instagram at Random Olive.